Hi. So I have something that's kind of been on my mind a lot lately. On my mind a lot anyways, but I decided to make a video about it. I'm sure that everybody has, or not everybody. I'm sure that many people have made videos like this, and everybody's probably seen them. But I wanted to put my 2 cents out there. So here it is. This video deals with my religious views, so to speak. So if you don't care about religion, if you don't want to hear about it, don't watch this. So there's my disclaimer. In the end of the book, The Last Battle by C.S. Lewis, it's the last of the Narnia books, there's a passage that has always kind of stuck with me. And yeah, I'm kind of reading here so that I kind of stick to what I'm trying to say this time. I wanted to share this passage, and I'll read that passage towards the end of this video. But there's some things I want to say first. Every time I think about Christianity or Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Sikhism, any other religion, this has kind of stuck with me. I think about how many Christians or Muslims or Jews, note I'm using air quotes, I'll get to that in a minute. They treat people of different faiths, colors, ethnicities, and any other difference with contempt and disrespect. In fact, some of the most hateful, judgmental, disrespectful, hypocritical people I've ever met are Christians. And I'm using the air quotes because the word Christian, Christianity, means Christ-like. And hate, judgment, disrespect, those are not Christ-like. Those are not Christian values. So that's why I'm air quoting. I think about a lot of the times when I hear somebody passing judgment on, for example, homosexuality. 9 times out of 10 when I have heard it, it has been a Christian. Because the Bible says that homosexuality is a sin. Well, I haven't read the entire Bible. I've read a good portion of it. However, I have not read the whole thing. I have read Luke, the book of Luke, in the New Testament. Luke chapter 6, verse 37. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Now, I'm not a Bible scholar. I haven't studied the Bible inside and out my whole life. And now, I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure that says not to judge. And I'm pretty sure that what a lot of these Christians are doing is judging when they say that homosexuality is a sin or an abomination or whatever. Now, it may be that homosexuality is all of these things they're saying it is. But why is this any of their business? The Bible says that it's not our place to judge, it's God's place. So if somebody wants to say, oh, this is a sin because the Bible says so, they also need to look at the verses, the many verses that say not to judge. That it is not our place, that it is God's place to judge. It is our place to love. We need to love our neighbors. We can't be throwing stones at people. I mean, we shouldn't be judging people because of who they choose to love. People say that homosexuality is of Satan. Okay, well, Now, I see where they're going with that. However, I don't think Satan really has anything to do with love. I think that Satan would have to do with lust, but I know a good many homosexual, bisexual, asexual, transgender, transsexual people who are much less sex obsessed than a lot of heterosexual people that I know. And so that kind of knocks the whole lust thing out of the ballpark. I know a lot of people who are genuinely in love with their partners and feel like they can't be with them publicly because the Christians of the world, as well as a lot of other people, will condemn them for it. So that's kind of my spiel on that whole thing, the whole homosexuality thing. I personally have a lot of friends who are not heterosexual, and I love them. They're wonderful people. And I have friends who are heterosexual that I can talk, and they're wonderful people too. And of course I know people of all different sexualities who are not wonderful people. I'm not saying that all gay people are wonderful and blah, 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 because that's obviously not true. There's some in every group. But I just feel like it's not right to kind of pin them all to the same leaf, so to speak. It's not okay to just judge a group of people because of who they love. Not okay. Moving on. Okay, so I'm not sticking to my written thing here, but I don't feel like hold on a minute. Random telemarketing phone call. I don't know much about any other religion than Christianity. I've taken philosophy classes, I've taken religion classes, but I'm, again, not claiming to know a whole lot about them. So that's why I'm using Christianity as an example here throughout most of this. It's not that I think that they're doing this more than any other religion, it's just that they're the one religion that I know the most about. So I want to get that out of the way. I don't feel like God or Allah or Buddha or the higher power, let's just do that, the higher power. I don't feel like the higher power really cares much about labels. Whether somebody says they're Christian or Buddhist or Islamic or Jewish or Mormon. I don't think that he really cares about the label. I think that he cares about the heart. I feel like if you are a good person and you strive to be a good person and you strive to do the best you can, then you will be fine. Then everything's going to turn out okay. I don't feel like just because you're not the specific religion, just because you are, for example, if you're Christian, you're not going to go to heaven because the Jews are the right religion, or the Jehovah's Witnesses are the right religion, or whatever. I feel like it's about your heart. Different countries, different cultures, they teach different things. People are going to believe different things. They're going to believe different religions, but personally, I don't believe a religion. I believe my heart. And my heart tells me that if I'm a good person, I'm going to be just fine. Now, another thing about the whole homosexuality thing is that a lot of people are saying that homosexuality is a choice. That they seem to think that one day you wake up and you choose to be gay. Now, who gave homosexuality superpowers? because I certainly didn't wake up one day and choose to be straight. So I don't figure that they have any more superpowers and the ability to choose who they love than I do. And while we're on that, why would anybody choose to do something that they know that they are completely conscious of the fact that it will cause them to be persecuted and humiliated and beaten, raped, killed, or tormented to the point where they end up committing suicide? Why would they consciously choose that? They wouldn't. I can't think of anybody who would choose something that they know is going to have that outcome. It's just another thing to think about. I think it's probably time that I get to the passage of the book that I was talking about, but I wanted to get all of that out of the way first. So I'm going to jump right into that. As I said, the book was The Last Battle by C.S. Lewis, and I know that some of you are going to hear this and roll your eyes and say, oh, well, say what you want, I'm Christian, blah, 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 and I believe Christianity is the one, or Judaism is the one, or Islam is the one religion. But now I don't know this for a fact. I may just be pulling rabbits out of my hat. But I think C.S. Lewis was, in fact, Christian. I know that he believed some form of specific religion. I just can't be positive which religion it was. But he wrote this, and I feel like this passage was very inspired. He wrote, "Then I fell at his feet and thought, surely this is the hour of death. For the lion, who is worthy of all honor, will know that I have served Tash all my days and not him. Nevertheless, it is better to see the lion than to die, than to be a Tisroc of the world, and live, and not to have seen him." But the glorious one bent down his golden head and touched my forehead with his tongue and said, "Son, thou art welcome." But I said, "Alas, Lord, I am no son of thine, but the servant of Tash." He answered, "Child, all the service thou hast done Tash, I account as service done to me." Then, by reasons of my great desire for wisdom and understanding, I overcame my fear and questioned the glorious one, and said, "Lord, is it then true, as the ape said, that thou and Tash art one?" The lion growled so that the earth shook, but his wrath was not against me, and said, "It is false, not because he and I are one, but because we are opposites. I take to me the services which thou hast done to him, for I and he are of such different kinds, that no service which is vile can be done to me, and none which is not vile can be done to him. Therefore, if any man swear by Tash, and keep his oath for the oath's sake, it is by me that he has truly sworn, though he has not known it, and it is I who reward him. And if any man do a cruelty in my name, then though he says the name of Aslan, it is Tash whom he serves, and by Tash his deed is accepted. Dost thou understand, child?" I said, "Lord, thou knowest how much I understand." But I said also, for the truth constrained me. "Yet I have been seeking Tash all my days." "Beloved," said the glorious one, "unless thy desire had been for me, thou shouldst not have sought so long and truly, for all find what they truly seek." And I know I'm becoming stupid emotional here. And I shouldn't, but that's just who I am. I get emotional. We're going to have to deal with that at the moment. But it kind of speaks to what I've been meaning to say here. All of these Christians claim that God has been the reason why they hate homosexuality, that this is the reason that they think that homosexuals should not have the same rights as heterosexuals. They say it is in God's name that I am judging you. But God doesn't want us to judge. And I feel like all these people who commit these atrocities in God's name, raping and killing and hurting people for who they love or what they believe, it may be God's name you're using, but it's not God who you're serving. And I just feel like that needs to be said. So, with that, I think I'm going to end this video and spend some time with my little one here. So, until next time, bye.